On a quiet street in Morristown, New Jersey, we find the True Strength Club. It's where guys from the Morristown Mission, the Market Street Mission in Morristown, and other guys who are in recovery. By the way, these two houses, this one here, are what we call sober houses or recovery houses, where guys after the program, where they come live to get readjusted and get back on track, back in their life. But in the basement, you see that soul window right there. And you see my brother Marcel's bike right there. This is the True Strength Club. True Strength, which promotes the fundamentals of Christian strength, basically. It's more than just pumping muscles. It's mental, being strong in the Lord, strong in our faith, strong in what we do, strong in our discipline, and yeah, strong in body as well. True Strength. Guys are in here working out now. There they go. Brother Marcel, what's up, man? All right. Here's Pastor Pete, the founder of the True Strength Club.
Is there something on my arm? Is there something on my arm? No, I'm just
playing. But it was away from mission, if that makes sense. So for this little hour away, I was able to take that walk, get my thoughts together, work out, and get my thoughts together going back. And it made sense because that was a part of True Strength. It wasn't just coming, work out, and going back. It was the walk, the thinking, talking to God, being thankful, being grateful, coming down here in 30 below blizzard, still coming. You know, it was just all that. So I think True Strength, it's a combination, man. And some people don't get, so I just told them, get a little visual. We have to let God finish. Let God finish what he started. And I'm sure we know about what's going on in the mission and what happened, whatever the case may be. But a lot of times we get in this situation and we think, because we drunk 20 milks and got our weight up a little bit, that we can go back out there and do some more research. So God has us covered, right? He's covering us. We worry about stuff that don't even happen technically. Mm-hmm. I worry about more things that don't even happen than when they do happen. It's crazy, but I see that we tend to not let God finish. We always get anxiety. We always want to run. We get anxiety, depressed. The girlfriend says, "Come home. You're looking good. You don't need the mission." That's the people.
Amen. The word that he shares, listen. First of all, the verses before that say this: by grace you're saved, what? Through faith, and it's not of yourselves. It's a gift of God, not a result of works, so that no one can boast. Now that's important to know how you're saved. Yes. How you're not saved is works. How you are saved is it's a gift of God given by grace. But that's how you're saved, how you're not saved. But then why you're saved is verse 10. And verse 10 says this: for we are his workmanship. That word workmanship in the Greek is poema. Guys, the same word that we use in our English word, poem. You guys are a poem.
But, we learn the hard way, right? But learn it for a purpose. Put it to good work, because all those lessons that you learned in the valley will benefit you while you're on the mountaintop. Yeah, right. You understand? So that's part of what this whole process is. All this is boot camp. We keep saying boot camp, boot camp. The war is not started. Trust me, when you graduate, that's when Lamar will tell you, that's when they start shooting real bullets at you, right? But there are things that we need to gain. There's territory we need to get back. right? We need to go into the enemy's camp and get back what is our own. Our own kingdom, our own family, our own friends, our own territory, all of the things that God had intended for you from the beginning, and you have lost, and you don't even realize it's still out there waiting. That's what this is about. That's how important this is. So we got to act like masterpieces as well. Because it's not just, I'm a masterpiece and we pat ourselves on the back. We got to now act accordingly and take the bumps and bruises and the targets that go along with being a masterpiece in a world that wants to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? We've got to stand tall and act as masterpiece. And that's what really all this is about.
Don't give up, don't give in. Don't you know you are created to win?
Say how you doing, everybody. I'm thankful for this opportunity. Being that I couldn't be there on the Zoom, I decided to just record a little bit of my testimony and what I've been doing the last 5 years. Right now I'm in the diner. We have a Band of Brothers. We sit and we talk about discussions and topics, and we, as men, we come together as men and we lean on each other and build and talk about Christ and what he's doing in our lives. And we talk about our struggles too, and where we fall weak at and where we can get better. We've been doing this 4 years. Guys are at the Market Street Mission, which is where Dr. Amerman teaches biblical studies on Wednesdays. As I graduated. I was a graduate. I graduated in 2000.
The program?
Yes, 2020 during COVID.
How'd you end up at the mission?
Well, bad decision making, lifestyle, drugs. But I found out that drugs was just the tip of the iceberg, and that's what this is about, is finding out the root issues to our problems, not just the surface stuff. So run the gym for the program voluntarily. I've been doing that for about 4 years as well. The guys come there for an hour or so just to, we call it True Strength because it doesn't just involve weights. We come there, they can work out, and we can motivate and uplift each other. We can, again, lean on each other as time goes on. They progress, and we, have our little talk sessions as men, and we grow together. And that's what it's about, growing in Christ and putting Christ first, and just being a disciple for Christ and being used by him, a vessel, a voice, whatever you want to call it. And so I met Dr. Amerman back in 2019 when I was in the program. And ever since I started coming to the gym, which he was running at the time, he saw some potential in me, and he grasped that. He saw the leadership qualities. He saw how I was motivating and uplifting men, and my character. Even though I was dealing with some stuff, I still knew how to put the work in and put the effort into getting better. And I think that's what the main thing is about in life, is to always get better and learn from lessons that we seem to repeat. So me and Pastor Pete, Dr. Amerman, started doing discipleship work. I started traveling with him, doing speaking events.
Oh, okay.
Doing pizza
what kind
and
of speaking
Bible.
events?
Oh, we did pizza and Bible. The Korean students at Pillar College, Jersey Shore. We did do speaking events down there. We did what else we do?
You did a Christian school?
Christian school to students. Yes. So it's so much involved in this, because discipleship is very important to not just the ones who you surround yourself with, but the ones who are basically outsiders looking in. So you got teenagers who might be watching and dealing with stuff. So that's what we do.
Okay. What else do you do? You
so
counsel and mentor.
I
and
work
that?
at a rehab. I'm a
okay.
I'm a certified peer recovery.
What's the name of the rehab?
It's Absolute Awakening.
Okay, good.
And I've been there 5 years, and I tend to people who have mental health issues, drug problems, and it's easy for me because I've been there. So they come to me and they relate. I can relate. I deal with a lot of empathy and compassion. So I do that, and I also, at my church, I'm an armor bearer for the pastor. So all this entails and entwines together because I can't do one without the other.
Yeah.
And it helps. It's like a ladder, as you could say. One step, I take one step and get higher and higher. So
Tell me about the podcast. I heard that you
so
started
during
the
this
podcast?
Band of Brothers at the diner, I came to the conclusion that the Band of Brothers was like doing a podcast. We sit around and we talk and we bring up topics and issues and we deal with solutions. It's not we don't focus on the problem. We deal with the solution. So we started a podcast, me and my partner Martin Bowman, who I met at the North Rescue Mission in 2019 and 2018 actually, and we actually started this podcast, UnStuck the podcast, last year 2024, and we started it in February-ish, and it's been flourishing, and I'm just thankful and grateful that the platform is there, that we are able to use it, not just on the podcast realm, but we can use it at the mission with the guys. I use it at True Strength. So the topics are relevant today. They'll be relevant next week. They'll be relevant next month because there's always somebody going through something. So this discipleship thing is very important because I'm learning that each one teach one, and I'm just thankful that I'm able to grab somebody and bring them along.
Give me an idea of some of the topics that you cover, like in your
devotions
devotions and at the gym and the podcast.
The podcast deals with a lot of courageous conversations. We deal with a lot of compulsive behaviors, stuff that you deal with that you think is not compulsive. Because everybody thinks just drugs and alcohol is the end-all be-all, and that's not the case. We got sugar, gambling, sex, pornography. It could be anything that you do on a daily basis that you don't think is a habit. We deal with trust issues. We deal with making amends. We deal with making decisions. We deal with your past and how your past can affect your future if you don't deal with it.
Okay.
We deal with, matter of fact, I got a book right here, Stuck. Martin Bowman actually wrote a book on it. And
okay.
so we deal with this. And it's a fascinating book. And like I said, we deal with all kinds of stuff. Fighting temptation, how you deal with temptation, changing your habits, making healthy choices. We deal with a lot of family issues, making amends, saying you're sorry, forgiveness.
So negative emotion, the psychologists say, like the three top negative emotions would be sadness, anger, and fear.
Okay.
But let me explain, because everybody goes through emotions. Everybody will go through sadness, anger, and fear. And the emotions themselves are not destructive and bad. That's not what we're saying. Everybody experiences them. Fearful anxiety. I mean, it's just a function of being human and responding to a circumstance. The problem, this is what we're trying to get at. The problem is people go through these emotions and they get triggered.
Okay.
You smack me, I'll smack you back.
What I get, I'm going to give back to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, given the circumstances or situation, we can all experience negative emotions, cognitively dissonant and illogical feelings. We know persons who have the strength, fortitude, intelligence, and the ability to accomplish a task before them, yet they feel inadequate.
They feel inadequate.
The feeling. They feel...
Don't give up. Don't